In February, you played a show in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Raised $700,000. Raised $700,000 for the families affected by ice, and the show was live streamed globally.
Yeah.
A lot of music off of here, I assume. And I'm just curious, with that big platform, what is the message that you wanted to send?
Well, I knew that there was going to be a certain kind of like-mindedness in the crowd, you know, with the
Your
people that already had tickets that were coming to the show, and most of them had bought tickets, you know, before the sort of occupation that they were dealing with as a city. And so they had just been through something really trying, and they had just set an example for the rest of the country for what it could look like to come together across the aisle in some ways to defeat something so oppressive, which is what the takeover of ICE was in Minneapolis. And at the end of the concert, we had this amazing group of women called the Singing Resistance come out, and they wrote this song called It's Okay to Change Your Mind. And I could get emotional talking about it. They sang this outside of the lodgings and the hotel rooms of ICE agents.
I heard him sing that song.
Just
it was
inviting
beautiful,
them.
and a beautiful idea, too.
Yeah.
That invitation, like, it's okay if at any point you feel or you understand that what you're doing is wrong, we're not going to give you hell for changing your mind. That's okay.
Yeah.
Change your mind.
Yeah, so they came out on stage at the end and we sang that song, and it streamed out to people that maybe didn't know what they were getting into, and that's what I was sort of hoping for. That would be my message, was that it's okay to change your mind.
And we have to remember that it's okay to change your mind and to be open to change your own mind if there's something you misjudged about someone. When's the time that you've changed your mind?
I do have this story about when I was younger, when I first moved out of my parents' house, and I was living alone, and things weren't going so great for me financially. I wasn't doing so well. I was working part-time as a roofing laborer, and I was a barista. And I had only ever come from positions of service. I'd only ever seen my parents work in positions of service. And I always just kind of felt like underneath everybody else. And so I'm like living in this house. It's not going that great. And one day, a vacuum cleaner salesman came to my house and knocked on the door. And he was brilliant, by the way. He looked at me and talked to me like I was a customer. Like I had money and like he worked for me, you know, even though I was just a 19-year-old roofing laborer, barista. And he's really given me, he's given me this feeling of value. And halfway through the conversation, he takes his test strip out of his pocket, dips it in a bottle of water, waves it around, and tells me that my house is unhealthy and I'm gonna be sick unless I end up with this vacuum cleaner. And I'm like, dude, I make like $5.25 an hour. I can't get your vacuum cleaner, man. And he's like, well, you know what? You're really young. You're really cool. I think there's something special about you. I'm going to make sure you get it. You don't have to pay for it. I'll talk to my boss. I'll make sure that you get this one today, you know, for free. And if anything ever does come of it where you have to pay, it'll be years down the road. So,
oh, no.
Dude leaves my house, and
You signed something?
I did. And a few days later, I get this bill for like $1,200 for a vacuum cleaner. And I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to tell my mom and dad. I didn't want to tell anybody that I had got scammed into buying this vacuum cleaner in the position I was in. Yeah. And I went from being embarrassed and ashamed to being mad. And I got angry with the guy, and I called the boss of the place that sells the vacuum cleaner, and I said, this dude scammed me. He lied to me. He made me believe something that wasn't true. I'm gonna go to Kinko's, I'm gonna make a stack of flyers, and I'm gonna follow this dude house to house everywhere he goes. I know what he looks like. And you're not gonna be able to sell any more vacuums unless you come and get this vacuum. I'm not gonna pay for it. And they just gave me the vacuum after that. The point is.
So what changed in your mind?
The point is, I got scammed. And I was embarrassed, and then I was mad. And that's what we need to do. If we cast a vote for something that we are no longer signed up for, it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to be embarrassed and ashamed, but you gotta get angry enough to say, I'm not paying for the vacuum. Don't double down on the vacuum. Change your mind.
Well, lesson for us all. Okay, last time you were here, as you said, we talked about our boats. You said, why don't you come out fishing?
Yeah.
And I'm just curious, when is the season? Like, when is the big salmon season for you guys?
Halibut kicks in May. Salmon come in late June.
Oh.
If you want to go out in July, you can get salmon and halibut.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Can we keep this open-ended?
Can we keep this open-ended?
All right.
And I met your wife and daughters. They said they'll come in fishing with me. They didn't even ask if I had a seat keeper.
All right, I'll hitch a ride with them.
All right, great.
Wonderful to see you. Thank
Great
you.
seeing you too.
Tickets to the Human Tour are available on brandicarlile.com. Stick around for a performance by Brandi, y'all. We'll be right back.